Hello, Supremebattlecenter. This is Joeknow912 here, and I've got a battle for you against the thebob650, and it's going to be a 4th gen OU battle. So he's off for Bronzong, I'd off for Gliscor, and I'm going to go for my Stealth Rock here because it's always good to get your rocks up. And I get them up, and he goes for Hypnosis, but he misses on the first turn, which is pretty bad for him because it's on the first turn, and no one likes getting hacked. So I go for Taunt here, and he goes for another Hypnosis, so that's good for me. Stop that. So now I'm going to switch to Empoleon here, predicting a HP Ice, because I know Bronzong sometimes carry that. And he goes for Gel, which either way I could take, so it's alright. And I'm going to go for Agility here, thinking he might switch. But he goes for an Earthquake here, telling me he doesn't have HP Ice, he's got Earthquake instead, which really sucks for me. Good for him, he got some damage on me. And now I just go for the Surf, because I want to get some damage on this thing. And Stab plus Life Orb Surf. It's going down, and oh, so close, but I get a crit there, which to be honest didn't really matter because I can just come in with my Infinite and U-turn to take this thing out. So yes, that's what I do. I go into Infinite. This is my choice banded Infinite. I love using this thing, and I'm just going to U-turn here just to finish this thing off and go back and switch to something else. So I think I decided to go back and go to Gliscor, because that's what Smogon says, go back to your lead. So now he's going to bring out a Heatran. So I know these things are usually Scarf, but the Bob likes to run other things, and he's not as obvious as other obvious players. So I'm thinking this might be a sub Heatran, so I'm just going to go for Earthquake, just wanted to be safe. And I know I can outspeed him because I'm max speed, and I actually take out the Heatran, so that was pretty nice for me. Not sure what he was thinking, but Heatran goes down for free, so that was great for me. He goes into a Duskor now, and I'm just going to go for the Taunt, because I know these things usually like to pull the Wisp and all that stuff. So he goes for a sub there, which is good to know. I know this thing's probably a sub-punching Duskor. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, I guess, just for damage, and he goes to Dragonite, which is fine. Now, I know I can outspeed this thing and taunt it if it wants to Dragon Dance, but I'm thinking he knows I have it, and he's just going to try and attack me. That's what I was thinking, so I'm going to go to my Suicune here just to take the hit. And what's he going to do? He goes for a Dragon Dance. I'm like, crap. Great play for him, but if I had Ice Beam on the Suicune, this wouldn't be a problem, but I have HP Electric instead, so really sucks. I might have to change that. So I know I could take an Outrage, because I'm max defense, and I just Surf, just for damage. And here I was kind of thinking it was Life Orb. I really should have noticed that it wasn't Life Orb, but I was thinking maybe I can get enough damage on him to a point where Life Orb will kill him. So that's what I was thinking there. So I really have nothing to take on this Dragonite, really, once it's got a tense up, so I guess I stay in as Death Order. And Suicune goes down in a minute. Yeah, it's going down, and Suicune does go down, so not really a shame. I go into Jirachi. This is really the only thing I have to take outrages from a Dragonite. So I think this is a offensive Jirachi with leftovers, so outrage just under half, which is good for me. And I go for the Psychic, and I almost take this thing out, and if I had Life Orb, this thing would have been gone, so yeah. Now I Gliscor here predicting another Earthquake, but there's really no point predicting against this thing because it is +1 speed and attack, so I think I just stayed as Death Order with this Jirachi, which is what I end up doing. So Jirachi goes down to the Earthquake, and I did cover it there because my camera fell over. That was pretty fail. So now I think I go to Blissey, because it's really the only chance I have of taking this thing out. I'm just praying I can live a +1 stab, max attack, outrage from this thing. I'm bold max defense, so I'm praying to God I can live. Come on, please live, and I do live on 125, which is awesome, because now I can S-toss and take this thing out, and if I didn't live there, I would have lost, so that was good for me. So he brings out a Duskor now, and I really can't do anything, and it's going to get a sub up, so really, I think I just go for a softball to get my health back up, because there's really no point trying anything else, which is what I end up doing in a minute. And yeah, I do softball, and I do get my health back up, which is nice. And he does go for the sub, gets a free sub up, which is bad for me. And I know the focus punch is coming, so I'm going to go to Gliscor to resist it. So, which is what I do. He does go for focus punch, and I do take it nicely with Gliscor. That's pretty nice. So here is pretty much the start of a big stall war. Basically here, what I want to do is I want to make sure he doesn't get a free sub, so I can bring in Infernape and Flare Blitz. He does go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is a bit weird on a sub punching set, because something like Ice Punch would be a lot more useful in this situation, because I have a Gliscor out. So really what I'm trying to do here is prevent him from getting a sub up. I do taunt him and stuff, and I'm running out of PP for Earthquake, so I'm just hoping I can get that sub down. So I do roosts and stuff in between, and really the only thing I can do is Shadow Sneak, so I guess that's nice. So now, yeah, the stall was going for ages, and after a crit, I do take out the sub, which is good. So on my final turn with Gliscor, I just go for the taunt again, because I really don't want him to set up that sub. So Gliscor eventually does go down, but at least I prevent that thing from getting a free sub, so I guess that's a plus sign. So my option is literally Infernape. That's my only option. So I'm gonna go to Infernape, and I'm really just gonna have to hope and pray that a choice banded close Flare Blitz with 120 attack plus stab. I'm hoping it should take this thing out, because I don't think Gliscor Dusknoir has any defensive EV, so Shadow Sneak doesn't do that much. I'm really hoping it takes it out, but it doesn't. So here I'm kind of thinking of lost, but as this game plays out, it does, I guess I do have a chance, but not by much. So let's just see what happens. So now, I think I decide to switch here, predicting another Shadow Sneak, wanting to preserve my Infernape, which is what happens. Yeah, I do take it nicely. So his taunt wears off now, which is really bad for me. So he goes for the focus punch, predicting my switch, and I go for the T-wave, and actually get the power hacks, which is pretty funny. So I think he decides to switch here, and I think I go for a I'm not sure. Actually, I think I decide to switch to Infernape, hoping for some power hacks, which he does get, so which is very convenient for me. So I think I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz now, just to finish off this Dusknoir, which I guess is nice. I think I might be in blaze range, so he brings out a Starmie, and I'm going to switch here. I think I'm going to go into Blissey. Yeah, that's what I do. Well, I know this thing's Scarf because I've faced this Starmie before. And he could trick, predicting my switch to Blissey, but he goes for the Surf, which is alright. So I think I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss or a T-Wave. Actually, no, I don't. I go back to Infernape, predicting a switch, because I am pro and stuff. So here in comes this Magnezone, and I think I go for the Flare Blitz, but he switches to Starmie in a minute. Spoilers. Which is what he does. In comes Starmie, and it just barely lives the Flare Blitz, and I just barely live the recall. So I pretty much just stay in his fodder here to this Starmie. He goes for a Surf, takes me out. So now I go into Blissey, knowing that the Stealth Rock will KO him if he decides to switch out. So I go for the S-Toss to finish this thing after he surfs. But now I know that Magnezone's going to come in, and it, we'll see in a minute what's going to happen, and he explodes. So it ends up in a draw. So great game, the Bob650. Rate, comment, subscribe to the Supremebattlecenter. I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.